Alright guys, Red Bricks here, and it's Sunday and it's time for a new video, don't you think? We're gonna look at, I'm gonna let you guess. Yeah, melted buildings, correct. So, yeah, I'm gonna just record, send it as a premiere later, and hang out with you guys in the chat. And before we get started, is there anything else? I don't think so. I think we're ready to just get started. So let's jump right into it, because we don't have time for anything else today. We're gonna just look at the melted buildings, red bricks. To the domes! Yeah, so let's do it. Where is my goddamn... here. Here, I found the photos. Good job, Red Bricks. Good job. So, yeah, what do we see here? I'm just gonna show you some goddamn evidence today and do a little drawing maybe. A little, not too much with the pen today. I will make more videos with the pen, but you know, if you're new, just watch and see if you understand anything and keep watching the older videos. And also check out Derek at Spartan Red, please. The link below. Check him out for over 100 videos where it's all about the bricks. Everything is melted bricks on the channel. Check it out. So what we see here is, of course, melted red brick. And they changed shape here because they're supposed to look like brick, like this. They're supposed to lay like this. Now they are all, you know, some of them got rock balloon here and, you know, heat expansion, all that stuff. You know, nothing new for the Eagle Eye crew here. Look what happened to the goddamn bricks. It's insane. It's crazy damage here, guys. Eagle Eye crew in the house! Hello, hello. Good to see you guys again. And, yeah, we see kind of the same thing here. Pocket of survival and fucked bricks. Same thing, fucked bricks, just even more fucked. Turn into this brick flood here and melt flood, whatever, mud flood, call it whatever the fuck you want. See how buried and melted and damaged this building is. It's crazy to see the devastation of this realm. It's insane. So pocket of survival and all melted fucking brick. And yeah. Eagle Eye Crew's picture speaks for itself. Kind of, but just see how the... all here, all this melted fucking building turn into this. They think it's a mountain. See the melt in here. See the goddamn destruction. We got a pocket of survival on the bottom. See some swelling here. Heat damage here. Fucked upness here. And here completely devastated. This is all melted buildings, as we already know in the Eagle Eye crew. If you're new, you just gotta keep watching. This is not gonna be a beginner video, by the way. So watch my older videos and see if you can get an introduction if you're new to the concept of mountains being melted buildings. Okay, here pocket of survival in between here, very melted of course, but you can still recognize its shape as a building. And on the top, very melted. Looks almost like it turned into some kind of crumbly mud, almost dry, muddy. So you can go there with your bare hand and just pull it apart. You know, you can go here on this corner and just pull it off. Looks like it. And at the bottom, possibly more hard, dense, more, you know, rocky. Hard concrete here, but here it looks like it's more loose, almost turned into mud here. Just what I see, you know. Here, sorry, a little small photo, but yeah, pocket of survival on the top, and just see the heat expansion and the violent destruction of the building. I can zoom a little bit for you guys, because I'm so nice. See here, heat expansion and swelling and scorching and violent damage on this building. Here, melted buildings everywhere you look, of course. Nothing new here. We recognize this from all across the plane. Some people think it's trees, and okay, you can believe so, but I disagree. I think it's just melted buildings here. All of this. I can't understand how trees can turn into concrete, but it is what it is. And here, very nice evidence of pocket of survival. It's crazy how this little section here survived. I do not know how. I have no fucking clue. But you can see how it's buried. You know, the building just come flowing, moving here and burying this section here that survived. So if the X factor lasted a little longer, this would all have been buried in this viscous moving building melt here. You can see, you would never build like that. See, it's merging together. It's buried from the side here and the top, and yeah, it's fucked. It's crazy. Good evidence, Eagle Crew here. And here, this is also very interesting because you see the arch here, arch, and you see how melted everything around here is, but you can still almost recognize more arches here. Very melted and damaged, of course, but yeah, you know, imagine being arches all over the way here. More arches, but here destroyed, of course, you can't see them properly. And you can see at the top here, you can still see the red brick here. Just melted and damaged, of course, but look at the goddamn brick here. It's evidence, very good evidence. This got buried. Look here. You see how this came moving, starting to, from both sides, starting to bury this pocket of survival here, but it densified before it was completely buried. So this would have, you know, buried this from the, I need to learn how to talk. This thing, this building melt here would have buried it. It would have shut it from both sides, and you would never have been able to see this if the X factor lasted a little longer. But luckily it didn't, so we got pockets of survival, which can help us to know what's going on here. Nobody built like that. It's you gotta be pretty retarded if you believe so. Just look at the bricks at the top here. Look at the bricks. You can see it. Eagle Crew. And here is a little close-up, and you can see, look here, down in the, see the bricks here, see the bricks, got a little red left here, you see it, all the way to the left here, bricks, a little bricks there, and see here, it's merging into the goddamn building melt here, see the bricks, look here. Nobody built like that. And the windows are swollen shut because of heat expansion from the sides. So, you know, heat expansion. So the opening was like this, and then the bricks heat expanded. So they took bigger place, and now the opening is like that. You know, just a short little opening here now. Little opening, small opening. And here, another good evidence, building buried by a building melt mountain. You know, the retards think they built like that, like this. But hello, guys, if you're new, please just listen to me and open your eyes here. Do you think somebody built like that, or maybe all this was melted buildings and it started to flow and bury this part of the building? That's what we see here. This was never built like that. Never. You would never do that. You would never do that. And here, pretty good evidence as well. You see down here, you see an arch. Here, you see an arch, a little of the brick wall here, and the rest completely swollen and fucked. Pretty bad. Okay. See here, swollen, heat damaged, melted, completely destroyed into this mountain. And here, this brick wall as well turned into, you know, you can see the blocks here, and it's just destroyed. Look at that shit. And you still see some red color. Here you see a brick here. And yeah, all this used to be a red brick, as the Eagle Eye crew already know. Just showing you evidence. See here, turn into stones here. And stones, blocks, and total destruction here. And here, this is pretty interesting, because this is what we have seen many times, but you see the arches survive. So you see they are still red brick. Still red brick in the arches. These arches, Tatarian arches, are fucking tough, you know. You can see the whole building melt and get destroyed. But the arch is still standing. It's crazy. The arches are like indestructible. But here, see the fucking heat expansion and melting here in this area. You know, the retards think they built like that. It's insane how dumb some of these people are. Because just look at it. It's all melted concrete here. You know? It's so clear. It's so evident. So we got meltage here, and we got bricks turning into stones and blocks here, and red brick arches that survived. You know, see some red in here and there, and bigger blocks at the bottom, big blocks here, bigger blocks, and melt flood here. See how unleveled the ground is? It's supposed to be level, but we got brick flood, melt flood. And that's why it is like this. And here, you see the red brick, and you see the more red brick, and then I'll zoom. See here you can see the bricks in perfect condition almost. And look here at the top, what happened to the bricks? Here, turn it to big block here. See some brick in here. It's all melted, damage, fucked red brick. Look at that. Look what happened here with the bricks. Look at the damage. See these bricks. See here? Damage. And here. See the fucking damage. See here? It's crazy. This all used to be perfect brick, just like here. All of this. You would never build like this. When you can do this amazing brickwork here, and that, you know, over the entrance here or opening, you can put them like this, and you can make arches, and then why the fuck would you ever build like this when you can do it perfect like this? You know? Because they didn't build like that. This is what happened because of the heat event, X Factor event. Pocket of survival here, this kind of tower thing, all melted concrete here. Look at that fucking meltage. Look at that melted. Pocket of survival and on the top, and yeah, melted, and pocket of survival in between them both here, this wall. Damaged red brick here, of course, and yeah, Eagle Eye crew, you know what you're seeing. Here is this again, just a little further away, and yeah, you see buried arches here, swollen windows that was swollen shut and just buried in building melt from the sides. That's what we see here. See all the, you can see the bricks everywhere, all over the place. It's all bricks, all red bricks. And here you get this. Look at that fucking shit. Heat coming from the bottom, starting to swell. The building started to get swell, and heat expansion, and just turn into this fucking mess. Dustified buildings here, all this dustified. Brick flood, melting away from itself. Here, melted buildings in the background. You got a little pocket of survival on the top, and you can see how the heat came from the bottom, started to climb up this building, and started to get swollen and melt. Pocket of survival here, and a little pocket of survival there. And look at the melt. Look at the fucking melt here. Brick flood, melt flood, mud flood, whatever the fuck you wanna call it. The mud came from the bricks that melted. That's what people have to understand. Here, huge melted building turned into this mountain. And it's all melted red brick. Everything here. All melted, destroyed. This realm is completely devastated, guys. Completely fucked. Look at that fucking melt. Mountains don't exist because this is supposed to be a flat plane of existence, right? It's supposed to be flat. Why is it not flat? Got all kinds of shapes now. Because the buildings melted. But they were built on flat ground, all of them. The ground. Wherever the fuck the ground is, however far down below it is, it's flat. You know? But now it's not flat anymore because it's all building melts. Look here. Pocket of survival here, and I don't know why it is in such good condition while the building in the back is completely melted. Yes, completely fucked, destroyed. And here, pocket of survival again. You see some pocket of survival here. And this is the rock curtain coming, flowing down the building. And it wanted to bury this whole thing here. And again, if the X Factor event lasted a little longer, before it all densified very fast, this building melt here, this would have, you know, come down further and cover all of this, and we would never know it was ever there. Nobody built like that. Nobody. You don't do that. It's pocket of survival here. Eagle Eye Crew, you already know. See the swelling here. Look at that damage. See here, all the swelling and melting of the brick here. You get some more here. Cooked bricks, and then here all this melted buildings and more melted buildings, and a very flat horizon. Look how flat that ocean is. This is the flood waters. So this was all buildings built by the ground far down below our feet. Very enormous giant buildings. They melted, and then they were flooded as well. Pocket of survival on the top, and just see how fucking melted it is. See here, you can see an arch. You see all melted, heat expansion, swelling, melt flood here. More pockets of survival here. And here, and just destroyed. And here as well. This is interesting. Because what you can see here, you see the bricks still in between here. So they turn into stones and blocks, you know. This is what happened to the bricks, but some of them, for some fucking reason, look here, bricks. And here you get some more bricks, very melted, churning here. And the arch, red brick, that survived. And at very top, the bricks survived. So yeah, Eagle Eye Crew already knows this was all red brick, but look what happened to them. Turned into stones and blocks and sandstone, and you know, look at the damage. It's crazy. It's insane, guys. It's fucking insane what this event did to the buildings. This is the same area we just saw a couple of pictures ago, and you see the pocket of survival on the top, and you see this little wall, you see something here, and this tower thing. Just look at the meltage, and then something up here as well. Look at the fucking melt here. From heat from the bottom and coming up here and just swelling it, melting it, and destroying it, and turning it into a mountain, what they call it. The retards think it's a mountain, and that somebody built like this. Let's come with our horses and carts, and let's make the horse climb up here with the material to build. pretty brain dead, this realm. Another pocket of survival here, and you see the bricks, brick lines, I mean, brick lines, and pocket of survival. Yes. This is a good one. See the red color, and you see the brick lines, and some of them turn into big ass fucking block lines here. And it's all a melted goddamn building. Dustified at the bottom, building ash here. And yeah, it's a melted building. Igloo crew. Another pocket of survival here. See how it turned into block lines here. Heat expansion here, the bricks turn into stones here, very damaged. You got brick flood, melting away from itself. More brick flood, melt flood. See something down here, bricks turned into stones, and you still see some of the openings in the building here, windows or whatever the fuck there was. See here. This is all melted buildings. Nobody carved anything. Nobody built like this on top of here. This was all, you know, this building used to go far fucking down below the ground. And here is more building that used to go down below the ground. Far down under us. Pocket of survival. Melted. Destroyed. And here. This is a good photo, because what you see here is you see the bricks turn into this kind of blocky, stony kind of things here, and then here just more churning here, very hot here, melting, almost looks like it turned into clay here, and just see here how it's pretty flat here, this section, but then here more swollen here. See here around this. See here how it's swollen out. All the bricks, heat expansion, all fucked up and messed. Look here, it's all melted. Nobody built like this. Just look at it, guys. Look at it. Look here. Heat expansion around this one. Yeah, and you can still see some plants trying to grow out of there, of the building, and yeah, see here, heat expansion around. It's weird, this event. Melted red bricks can do magic tricks. It did all kinds of different magic tricks. You know, see here, the red sand, red brick, carbon 14. See the bricks here, and look at that fucking rock balloon here. Look at that. And here, look at the rock balloon, guys. Look at the rock balloon. Heat expansion. And on the top, rock balloon. Hold on. Are there fucking people on top there? Are these people? I don't know. If so, then this is a fucking huge thing. I don't know what the fuck this is. But yeah, melted enormous rock balloons. And look what happened to the brick. See the red dustified red brick here. Here, hold on, just gotta double check. I'm recording, yes. Here you can see what happened to the bricks. Turn into this mess, stones and blocks, and you still see some of the bricks in between here that survived for some reason. They were not turned into this. This is all heat damage, guys. All heat damage. See here, blocks, bigger blocks. Still see the red brick. Look at the red brick in here. Red brick, more red brick. Still see some red in the left in here, and yeah, more red brick. Same as the previous we saw, just a little brighter, a little filter on this one, higher contrast or whatever, and just look at the goddamn, look how red that those bricks are, but they lost its shape. Look, it's all red brick. Pocket of survival in here. And yeah, just look at it. Damaged red brick. And here, what we have seen so many times now, heat from the bottom coming up, and it's starting to get swollen here, and I'll zoom in a bit. Damaged melted buildings. Let's see. See how swollen it is. It's supposed to be straight down here. This wall here is supposed to be flat all the way, but it's heat expanded and swollen. Pocket of survival. Old walled auto building. Here you see this one again from a different angle, and yeah, how the hell would you build this? How would you get the bricks here to build? You tell me, because nobody did. This is a pocket of survival. Very, very good fucking evidence here, guys. Eagle Eye crew. And yeah, look at the melting. Look at the fucking melting. And see how it's merged together in the building melt. Just 2 more minutes and this would never have been there. Here it is again, different angle. Buried in its own building melt. The retards, they think they built like that. How? And why? And here, got a little contrast filter or whatever on this one. Sorry about that, but you still see very good evidence of melted. Sorry, burp. Melting here. Yeah, all these melted bricks here. And see what happened to the bricks here. Turned into stones. Old walled order. This was all red brick. All of this. This was red brick, but now it's a mountain. And here, sorry about the watermark, but yeah, you see the bricks here? Pancaked bricks, and they turn into blocks here, and stones, rock ballooning, and more bricks here. And see the arches, all heat damaged. Why the fuck would you put a pancaked brick in there? You know, you would never do that. It's a result of the X Factor event. And the background is all melted building flood here. This was kind of like a lake of melted building, all flat, all melted out, very, very destroyed buildings. But just look at the bricks, pancake bricks. This is how we know, because you would never build like that. You know, you would never. It's so goddamn evident. I can't understand how people cannot see it yet. I don't understand. See what happened to the bricks. See all the popcorn blocks here, popcorn bricks. See how they popcorned out here. See all the fucking popcorn bricks. Look at the damage. Heat expansion. They started to pop out from the wall. Look at the damage here. All this was red brick. We can see the same architecture, exactly the same as we have seen. Some of them are in good condition and they all look the exact same, even as melted. You can see this even in the mountains. You know, when you see a mountain, you can see the fucking shape, architecture. Look at the fucking popcorn blocks all over the place. All this was red brick. And here you see more swelling, heat expansion, meltage, brick flood, and destroyed building. See what happened to the brick. And you still see the arches, and the red brick survived again. Red brick, red brick, red brick. Guys, Eagle Eye crew, hey, it's crazy how the people can see it. I know I didn't see this 2 years ago, I didn't, but right now, when you see the evidence like this and you're explained what we see, how can they see it, you know? That's what I saw it straight away and just had to get the idea. The thought that, oh, maybe it's, it's melted buildings, and I just saw it straight away. So easy to see. But they can't see it. They just can't. And here, pocket of survival, and just look at the fucking destruction of the building. You see some arch here, and yeah, it's completely fucking destroyed. It's insane. See here how this wall goes in here. It's supposed to go, this wall is supposed to go this way inside the building melt. See here, melting, heat expansion here, heat from the bottom, and then flooded, of course. And here, see the red brick. See what happened to it. Just see, got exterior concrete finish on this one, but yeah, you just see the whole thing. Look how fucking thick these walls are. Look at the amount of bricks they had to use, but just see the bricks here turn into these stones. Nothing new, turn into stones all over the place. Red brick here, and more red brick here, and yeah, old world order. Here again, see the red carbon 14, the red brick here. You see the red brick, and it turned into blocks, and yeah, just got destroyed. See the red color. Pocket of survival. Very damaged though. Look at this. Guys, you gotta fucking open your eyes here. Pocket of survival, and look at how swollen and melted and fucked it got. Heat from the bottom coming up, swelling this building and turning it into this shit. See all the bricks here, you can still recognize the bricks. See here, brick flood, and we're gonna zoom in on this one. Hold on. Yeah, just look, you can see the brick lines, block lines. Nobody built on top of this. This is a part of the building that's completely destroyed. And here, just a bunch of rock balloons here. Look at the fucking rock ballooning. Look here, it's crazy. All this was red brick. All of this. Rock balloon, rock balloon, rock balloon. More rock balloons. Look at that fucking damage. Look at that fucking damage. Crazy. Nobody built like that. Nobody. Rock ballooning. And here, good evidence again. You see the red brick in very good condition here, and you just see rock balloon here. Just see the rock balloons. Here, rock balloon. Here, rock balloon. It's exactly the same. Look at this. Exactly the goddamn same. Just for some fucking reason, some of the bricks survived. See the bricks all over the place. Look at the rock balloons up here. Just, if this was damaged for longer, this whole thing here, just look at it. Look at that, look at that, look at that. This whole thing would have turned into this. See here? So this is in the process of being turned into this. This was cooked for longer. This one, not cooked as much. It's all red brick. See here? Concrete molds, exterior concrete finish up here on the top. The top survived, the rest is just completely destroyed. A round window thing here. The red bricks all over the place. Look at that. Why the fuck would you build like that, like this, when you can use the bricks? Look here. They can do bricks. They're good at doing bricks. Look here. It's perfect here. An arch, Perfect bricks, and then why do this? Just throw some bricks in there and put some fucking rocks in there, and it's nonsense. You would just do this all over the place. That's how it was built. Amazing evidence here. Pocket of survival, and just see the brick lines. Block lines, brick lines, block lines, brick lines, block lines, brick lines. Melt, melt, melt. And flooded. Look at the flooding here. This building goes far down below, under the ocean here. This is flood waters. This realm is flooded. Yeah, it is. And here I'm gonna zoom. I'm not gonna draw on this one, but yeah, you see the same. See here, melting, heat expansion, swelling, destruction, devastation, ugliness, X-factored. Look what happened to the goddamn bricks. All of this was red brick. All of this. Look what happened to it. And here again, this is yeah, the one we saw was inside here. This is the other side on the outside. And you see here, upgraded concrete molds here, upgraded concrete molds here. And you see the rock ballooning, and you see the red brick, and you see rock ballooning. And heat damage, you know. Again, you can see how they did the bricks. They do it perfectly. See the brickwork here. And here you see the exterior or upgraded concrete molds here, and here they fell off and exposed the brick. So sometimes they did the brickwork and then covered with it with upgraded concrete molds, but here it fell off. This was covered in it. Here it's still on. Concrete molds, upgraded concrete molds here. Here it fell off and exposed the bricks. That's why you sometimes see a thin layer of these designs here covering the bricks to make them, you know, protect the bricks and get different designs here. But see the rock ballooning. Scroll. Here, red brick turn into red block. Big blocks here. Red block. But they're supposed to be bricks, you know, just bricks, not fucking blocks. Like, yeah, here is more bricks. Here it's fucking red blocks. And yeah, see here, starting to melt. Starting to melt here. Look at that. You can do this, bricks here, perfect. And look at this. When you can do this, it's covered with moss and shit, but it's all red brick. Perfect brickwork. Why would you do this? You would never. This is melting here. Starting to get churned. You see fucking concrete here. Mortar snot coming out. It's all churning, melting, getting destroyed here. See here, starting to get viscous, change its shape. Red block here. It's not red brick. And this side too. See here, this arch is supposed to go straight down here, and now it's all swollen, heat expanded, and look at the damage. Evidence, Eagle Eye Crew. And here as well, pocket of survival, and just see what happened to the bricks. This one as well turned into red blocks. See how blocky that is? That's not a brick, it's a block. And see the meltage on the top. See the goddamn melting here. Heat damaged. All fucked up. Destroyed. It was all perfect red brick. Now it's big. See here? Oh, see here? So turning into blocks here. Cutting blocks in the viscous bricks. Look at the... Look what happened to the bricks. Look at it. Scorching here. You even got some woodwork here. Is that's something they have built and put there, I guess. In the new world. But yeah, look at that fucking shit. It's insane. And here again. Look at that one. It's good evidence here. Heat from the bottom, climbing up here. Getting swollen. Heat expanded here. And here it's just completely destroyed. The bricks turn into stones, which we see all over the place, and flooded. Flood waters. So yeah, melted building. And here again you see how it turned into big blocks. See how big that block is? and here, and how, you know, it almost looks like the blocks were supposed to be like this, you know, because they are so perfect blocks. That's how crazy this event was. It could cut the melted viscous bricks into big blocks that's, you know, pretty smooth and very square like that, you know. That's why I also believe, like, for example, the pyramids in Giza in Egypt also were built by these bricks, but they all melted together and they started to cut big blocks, and now they are fucking enormous fucking blocks. The pyramids was hit hard, but they turned into this big ass fucking blocks, just like we see here, just in a bigger scale. It was all red brick. You can even see the goddamn, see the red color here. That's a red block because of the carbon 14 red color. You can still see some here and here, and yeah, it's all melted red brick turned into big blocks. Look at the meltage. Melted buildings. This was all red brick. Now it's more like, you can call it sandstone. Very destroyed. Buried. This is supposed to be way taller. Look at the meltage in the background as well. Look at it. X-factored building. Scroll. There we go. And here we see pocket. It's a little corny when I zoom, sorry, but see pocket of survival here. Some pocket of survival here. You see openings and then flow lines, A-frames, all melted buildings. All melted buildings. And here, melted red brick again. And see how it got dustified here, turn into this red sand. All melted red brick. Melted buildings. Pocket of survival, and yeah, heat from the bottom, climbing up, and see how swollen it is. Heat expansion. Look what happened to the building. This is supposed to be straight down here. Straight down, but it's not anymore. And here in the background, big ass melted building. Melted buildings everywhere. Scroll, thank you. Let's see what happened to the bricks here. Anything familiar? See the bricks, and then you see rock balloons. You see them turning into blocks. You see popcorn blocks. You see red bricks that survived. Yeah, rock balloons, scorching, heat expansion. Look at this, big rock balloon here. Red bricks do magic tricks when they melt. Look at the fucking damage. Nobody built like this. Guys, wake up, please. Wake up. Wake up. Look here. See, you can see the windows or whatever. You know, columns maybe. Melted. Arch here, melted. Some formation here, melted. Melted buildings. Melted. Melted buildings in the background. Turned into mountains. Yeah. These people here come there and they have probably heard somebody carved in here. Retardation. Pocket of survival, and just see the swelling, heat expansion, heat from the bottom, and what happened to it. Pocket of survival here, and yeah, just look at it. Look what happened. And here, see what happened to the bricks here. See, here is an arch just destroyed and buried in the swollen bricks here, and yeah, see how swollen it is and melted. Pocket of survival here, and destroyed. But the top is in pretty good condition because the heat didn't, you know, if the heat came up all the way to the top, this whole thing would have looked like this, and many people would have thought it was a mountain, you know. That's You know, if that's what would have happened. We have seen the evidence. Here, melted buildings. Very big buildings. Just look at the New World Order shit they built here. How pathetic it is compared to this. You know, this looks like a little shrimp dick compared to this. Look at it. It's insane. See how small, tiny it is. These people here are compared to that fucking building. If it wants to zoom, yes, and scroll, I mean. We see another pocket of survival here, and yeah, it all melted and turned into this shit we see here. Pocket of survival all the way here. And the background, look at the size of these fucking buildings. They must have been so big, these buildings. But this survived for some reason, and the rest all around it, it's just turned into this. A big mound of brick melt. And see here, pocket of survival. Fused together in the building melt. Look here. Nobody built like this. This survived for some fucking reason, and the rest just melted. Eagle Eye Crew, look at the evidence here. The retards think they built like that. God damn. And here, see the bricks turn into stones. See the bricks turn into red stones. And stones here, carbon 14 cooked out, so not red anymore, but see here, red stones. Mangled bricks, they're supposed to be bricks, you know. Again, supposed to be like this, perfect brick. But they are not anymore because of the event, and look here, it's all melted buildings. With a lot of red brick that survived. Very good evidence here for the Eagle Eye Crew. If you got the eyes to see, you can see this. Scroll. Alright. So we got through it all. 47 minutes. Not the longest video in the universe. But that's okay. We got to see a lot of good evidence there. And I'm gonna send it as a premiere later. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the evidence. And tomorrow is the 21st. That's gonna be the day of the Great Conjunction. It's what they say when the wandering lights in the sky will align. You will see Jupiter and Saturn reunite. They call it the Christmas star. It's the first time it happened in 800 years or something. I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime event and experience. So I hope everybody can get to see it. I hope the sky will be clear here in this southern part of Norway. It have really been cloudy lately. I haven't seen the sun for a long time now. It's been cloudy for a fucking long time. So I hope tomorrow can be better. If not, then I can't do anything about it. But let's hope. So have a great conjunction tomorrow. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Before I go, shout out to Derek at Spartan Red. Check out his channel. If you don't subscribe to him, please go over there, subscribe, and check out his videos for more evidence of melted buildings. And shout out to Jade at Future of the Past. She gives you a whole different narrative than what we are told about the architecture, the buildings. And it's also some melted bricks in there, which is great. It's amazing. So check them out, both of them. You'll see the link down below in the description. So yeah, I'm gonna cancel the recording, so that means I'll have to say red bricks to the domes. Thank you everybody for watching. Red bricks out.